morning. We are back bright and early on a Sunday morning. Saturday morning. Good God, please don't let it be Sunday yet. Figured, there was some action, a little bit here and there in the 1302-1846 battle for the Great Wall of China. So I figured, hey, what the hell, let's throw up a stream and, maybe different time we get some different viewers in here. Not that I don't love my regular viewers, I love you guys. Mad Mania, Samurai Slayer, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. I am on my first cup of coffee. Looks like a nice big battle unfolding here.
Fight!
Mr. Weedy, what's up, dude? I'm doing alright. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. Got the windows open already this morning, get some fresh air in the house. I should probably go outside later and spray some weed killer on the lawn, pull some weeds in the flower beds, but yeah, we'll see if I have the ambition or desire to even do that later. Already made breakfast this morning, got a full belly, got some coffee. We're ready to spectate for a little while if need be. Have some fun with you guys, chat a little bit. Took me about 90 minutes this morning to redo our ARC strategy with 24 players tomorrow, so it should be interesting. Anyone know this team? Over here in red? Anyone know these guys? Looks like they're real close to our matchmaking power, but they have two less players, so it should be quite an entertaining match. Yes, I have King Ray. We saw that message on Discord. I have it posted in my Discord as well. We kind of discussed it a little bit last night. It's no surprise. I know there are players from TR that are retiring, most notably, in my opinion, is Redline. I don't know what Bunny is doing. The fact that Redline refused to talk about what Bunny is doing and said he'll have Bunny on a future stream indicates to me that maybe Bunny is retiring himself. So I'm sure TR has other leadership there that can step right in and fill that role. Bunny's been doing a great job with that kingdom from the time it started, right? Grooming people, getting people ready. And I think things are probably delegated out to a point where he just kind of has to sit back and manage things like a CEO would. The fact that Smash Squad, HMB are potentially migrating out, at least the people who fight hard in this KvK, it's really no surprise to me, and it's probably the way a lot of these Super Imperium kingdoms are going to be going in the future. It seems with many of the changes Lilith has made, the Autric rewards, potentially limiting the number of combatants that kingdoms can bring into a KvK, it seems like the days of Super Imperiums are over. And I said it the other day as well. I think rather than fixing their servers to reduce lag in these big KvKs, they are going to limit the size of kingdoms, do everything they can within the game to limit the size of kingdoms in order to reduce the lag. But So, hey, Tugs. So, this morning for breakfast, I had 8-grain toast with a sausage patty and a sunny side up egg on top. Put another piece of toast on top of that with some sharp cheddar cheese, made it into a nice fried egg sandwich. Now that 2338 migrated to 875, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, the game is changing. There's no disputing that, right? The game is changing. Either you evolve with the change and you be proactive about the changes coming, or you die. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Kingdoms like 960 are well positioned for the change. Kingdoms like 2489, they're well positioned for the changes. These big kingdoms like 307, like 254. I don't know how big 846 still is, but it's those type of kingdoms that are going to see more and more people leave if they're not able to participate in KvKs. And maybe limiting the number of governors that can go into a KvK, maybe that's Lilith's way of reducing the number of farms you can bring in to fill flags and fill rallies. God only knows. Fub, what's going on? Man, you guys are all on the stream last night when I stopped streaming, and you're all jumping on the stream bright and early today. That's dedication, man. That is dedication. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, exactly, King Ray. 1093 is potentially in that situation also. And you got to feel for some of these kingdoms that have worked hard, like the 1093s, the 254s, the 307s, to constantly drop out of Imperium so that they can bring in more people and more people and more people. And now Lilith is kind of saying, here you go, bend over. So it's unfortunate. I think everyone likes watching those big Imperium KvKs, but yet, when 254 gets no match found after no match found, or they go into KvKs where nobody wants to fight them, that's a problem also. So it's a fine line you walk as a company trying to figure that out, I'm sure. And there's Jake the dog. How you woofing doing, Jake? You guys don't know, and Stitch is in here bright and early as well. Good God, Stitch! It's like 6:40 a.m. in Cali. But if you don't know who Jake is, be sure and go and subscribe to him as well. He does a ton of content. He's streaming nearly every single day. And he's young. He's young, right? So his streams are generally much longer than mine. I get tired very quickly. Yeah, he does Fortnite, he does Modern Warfare, he does Rise of Kingdoms. I think I've seen him do Fall Guys. If somebody will watch it, Jake will play it, right? I think long term, I think it's a good move for him. The way Lilith has made changes to the game, and we were just talking about it a few minutes ago, but the way Lilith is making changes to the game, it seems like they are having trouble handling Imperium Kingdoms, whether it be their servers, whether it be their KvK matchmaking, and I think that's the right direction. I think they're reading the deck correctly, that Lilith is trying to head in the way of the kingdoms with one or two mega alliances in them, and those KvKs do seem to run much smoother than the 4 or 5 big Imperium KvKs do. So we'll see. I know, I always have my conspiracy hat on, right? And there are several conspiracy theories that I've floated out there. One of them is that, and I said this immediately when the email from Lilith came out saying, hey, we recognize lag is an issue and we're working on it. That was a very general statement. Notice they didn't say, hey, we're working on it to upgrade our servers. We're working on it to upgrade our code. We're working on, no, they just, we're working on it. Well, this is how they're working on it. Atric rewards and potentially limiting the number of governors that can go into a KvK from a single kingdom. That's gonna reduce lag because you're gonna kill the Super Imperiums. Hey, Death. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? The game is evolving. I just hope they're not killing the game by making the changes that they're making. Because I still enjoy playing this game on a daily basis. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy hanging out with you all, the good conversations we have. And I've made a ton of friends within 1029 that whether this game is around or not, I'm sure we'll keep in touch a long time down the road. You know, I mean, 14, 15 years from now, I want to be on Discord and hear Stitch talk about how he's teaching his newborn baby how to drive a car for the first time. You know, that I think would be fun as hell. You know, to have that type of relationship and that type of family environment that we have here, and watch people grow, watch families grow, and listen to those stories. You know, it just, I'm tearing up just talking about it, right? Yeah, Jake's got the stamina, Fub. There's no doubt that. You know, he took the little blue pill yesterday if he was streaming for 11 hours straight. Is there a belly in that flag? What the hell? How was that flag getting hit? In any case, I'm glad there's some fighting. The past few days we've been trying to watch this, and in the evening, in the U.S. time, in the evening, there hasn't been much fighting. So it looks like 302 is awake. It's the weekend. They decided, hey, let's have some fun today. Hey, blue tea. I'm doing well. How about yourself? What does blue tea taste like? I've had green tea. I've had herbal tea. I've never had a tea that's blue, though. So like blue raspberry? Although that always confused me as well. Raspberries are not blue, so why is there a flavor of like Jolly Ranchers that is called blue raspberry? That kind of mystifies me as well. You know, these crazy thoughts that pop into my head while we're streaming, you know, right? Hey, Ronan. Hey, B. What was the outcome on the new leadership equipment yesterday? Do you think the pants and one more piece is better than the Archer set? So we did... initially, that's what I thought, and it's to be determined yet if that stuff is going to be better in an armies getting swarmed down type situation. But we tried the new pants on my Nibu YSG, and we hit a level 21 barb with 60,000 troops. And then we tried the old pants from the Archer set on the Nibu YSG. We hit a level 21 barb, and same number of troops, right? And the Archer set did better as far as severely wounded and wounded. So for now, I'm keeping the Archer set on my Archers. I'm not replacing it with the leadership gear. Now, if you get that second piece that's also health, does that change? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I plan to make all the leadership gear for Heracles. Potentially, once I get it all, replace the stuff I have on Trajan. But for now, it looks like sticking with the Archer set is the way to go. 1302 dropped Imperium. Nice. Hey, video games. Yep, early stream today. Coffee, right? What does turquoise tea taste like? I don't know. I'm not a tea drinker. That's why I'm asking. Sounds good, IMAP. Good luck in your ARC match. So, I mean, Alloys was on yesterday, and he was saying the Archer set is better, and that's why we did the barb testing. Just one barb, right? One barb versus one army. He thought maybe some of the leadership gear on an Archer march might be better in a situation where your march is getting swarmed. And it makes sense, but we'll have to do that kind of testing as well. Doesn't health only reduce severely wounded for hospital heal? Beats the hell out of me, video games. You know, I'm not one of those guys who sits and analyzes stats all day long. If it's working for me, I generally run with it. I mean, I'm sure there is much on my account I could optimize for better quote-unquote trades, but I mean, y'all know. I mean, when I'm fighting, I don't look at reports. Enemy sad face good, friendly sad face bad. You know, it's all about it's all about accomplishing your objective. If I take bad trades swarming a flag and the flag gets lit on fire, so be it. We accomplished our objective. I think this KvK has what, 2 days, maybe 3 days left before the next pass is open. I mean, it looks to me like 302 is going to hold and get into that next zone. So, I mean, nice job to them. This fort wall has been insane. I don't think we have enough alliance credits in our entire kingdom to build half of the forts that these guys have dropped in this KvK. Attack equals damage, defense negates damage, and health just helps with the severely wounded for hospital or something. If that's the case, though, when I had the health pants on, I would have had less severely wounded than when I had the archer pants on. And I had less severely wounded when I had the archer pants on. Now, that may be because we got the 5% health buff from the 6th piece, plus the 11% attack from the pants, versus just the 8% health that the new pants provided. You know, attack and health. So we'll see. We'll see once fighting comes. Tuesday at 15:02 UTC. I might have to call in sick on Tuesday. I'm still thinking about setting up a CH8 account in one of these kingdoms just to look at Lost Kingdom chat. Next zone will be insane, 100%. Although I don't know if it's going to be viewable, spectatable once the pass is open, at least for a few hours. There was one KvK, I think it was that last 1963-65 KvK with 1093, that there were multiple times I went in to try and spectate, and it wouldn't even let me in to spectate. Which I guess is a decent change if spectators cause lag, I don't know. Today's the day we get to find out about arc spectating. Why is that? Hey, Alpha. If you kill faster, you get killed less. There is a balance that you need to achieve between health, attack, and defense. Pants are 8 health, the set is 10 attack without the set bonus. Yeah, so you know, it just, you know, whatever works for you. I mean, if I proc those new pants yesterday and got, what is it, 8, what would that be, like 10.5% health? It might have been better. The leadership gear is only better if you had the KvK equipment and special talented. So there you go. 1846 for the rough. I can't tell what that icon is. Wing. So is that tomorrow? Is this the new Fog of War arc tomorrow? I certainly hope not, because the skills I selected Yeah, this is not the new one tomorrow. None of these skills have to do with removing fog. Oh, you're going to see if you can spectate your line. Okay, okay. Yeah, well, let me know. My understanding is you can't. You can only see what the armies on the field can see. And what your armies on the field can see. You know, your friendly armies on the field. At least that's what somebody told me previously. So, you know, if I'm spectating PK when they're playing in the arc match, I should be able to see what their armies can see. But not what the enemy armies can see. So how exactly it works when there's a neutral person spectating, that's my big question. You know, because how is that going to affect those who cast Arc League? .302 putting some work in here. They just got to push down here now, right? Try and get this fort before it builds fully. And just as I said that, here they come. Yeah, exactly, video games. And I have serious concerns if they whitelist some content creators to spectate without the fog. You know, I mean, who's to say, I'm not going to name any names here, but who's to say they don't then act as a spotter in matches for their own alliance if they're not casting? You know, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It will definitely create more drama, I'm sure, if they whitelist certain people but not others. We don't even play, whitelist me, Lilith, we don't play Arc League in 1029, so there's no conflict of interest there. So Lilith does have what they call a creators zone now that I'm signed up in. I'm an affiliate there. I mean, they had a whole non-disclosure agreement as well. I don't think there's anything proprietary on there that is not public knowledge, at least nothing that I saw anyway. But when they added me to it, they added me as a Call of Dragons content creator. So I don't know. I just added Rise of Kingdoms yesterday and sent them an email saying, hey, you need to add Rise of Kingdoms, remove Call of Dragons. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. There's all sorts of different graphics and images you can download to use in your streams and that type of thing. You know, so, but, you know, I don't need any of the Call of Dragons graphics. So hopefully they get me added as a Rise of Kingdoms content creator here, and you know, hopefully they don't watch too many of my videos and see all my crazy conspiracy theories, right? No, I am not playing Call of Dragons. I will not play Call of Dragons. The only Call of Dragons streams that I watch are probably Platos and Beasts. It just, the whole fairy tale, you know, this is my commander, they have wings on them. You know, I call it Call of Pixies because half of the commanders there look like fucking Tinkerbell from Disney. That's awesome. Video games, you got Navarro's control from a crystal key. That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If Lilith watches my videos, great. Who did? Yeah, I got your picture, King Ray. I mean, there was another game that I was looking at potentially playing. Dirty Dan is playing it. It's called Vikings Rise or Viking Rise. I did start playing it. I got to like City Hall 7 or 8 or 9, somewhere in there. Probably dropped $20 in it just to see what would happen. Oh, do I have the link wrong? Thanks, Alpha. You know, so if you're interested in playing another game that's very, very similar to Rise of Kingdoms, I mean, it's the closest thing that I've seen to Rise of Kingdoms since Rise of Kingdoms. Right? Go and check out Dirty Dan Gaming. He's got some videos on Viking Rise. And it's not as fairy tale-ish as Call of Dragons is. You know, all the commanders are Viking commanders. They're not like historic Viking commanders, but it looks fairly fun. You are a walking, talking ad for other, friends support friends. That's my philosophy. Hey, Only Farmer, Jay, K4, good to see you. Yeah, I mean they literally copied Rise of Kingdoms on that game and just put in Viking commanders. It's quite comical how they haven't been sued. But I mean, check it out for yourself. But yeah, I mean, I support people who support me, right? So, Dan and Plato and Beast and all those guys who are giving me a plug here and there, or who've sent people, when I'm in their stream, I've mentioned my stream in their streams. Hey, it's just the right thing to do, right? I mean, if Plato's in a KvK and he's casting his KvK, I'm not going to cast that KvK while he's playing in it. And I get it. YouTube is kind of all for one for all, or shit on everyone else type attitude. Whatever gets you content, but that's just not me. I do this for fun. I'm not looking at specific marches. I'm just kind of focused on the big mass ball, Samurai. I tested that leadership stuff with math, not I. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, I have not made any KvK helmets. I have not made any KvK weapons. I've been focused on other things. Just the investment in materials that those KvK weapons and helmets need is astronomical. And in my opinion, the Archer set has been the best thing to put on archers until maybe some of this leadership stuff came up. Hello, Oz. Hey, Jay, you should cast our next KvK. Okay, Jay, in my Discord, there is a section in the Rise of Kingdoms section that is titled KvK Streaming Requests. So if you want to put the date and time, kingdom numbers, allies, who's allied with who, and shit like that in there, feel free. And if it fits into my schedule, I will definitely make an effort to do so. Especially for folks who are always in here, watching my stream. If you want your KvK streamed, I'll if it fits into my schedule, I'm down. I'm totally down. I've never even gotten a KvK coin. I didn't either. I had to get my coin from the KvK shop. I don't even have this skin yet. That's the next thing I buy in the KvK shop. Cool, man. Thanks, Jay. So it looked like 302 came in and cleared the ball up in the top side. Then they swung down to clear the ball on the bottom side, and they got cleared themselves. I mean, there's some sporadic one-off fighting here and there. This flag is on fire, but it must have been friendly fire from Lit. Oh, no, sorry. LIT can hit that one, but not that one. Okay. And LIT would not be friendly fire. I forgot to post a link for this on the Rock Discord, so give me just a second. Yeah, I was in 1039 for KvK 1, and that was with Solomar and Chizgal and King of Armenia. There were some big ass players in that KvK, so there's no way I push for top 20. Honestly, 13, 14 KvKs. This last KvK was the first one I've ever gotten a top 20 honor finish in. I think I saved the email. I was so happy. And there we go, individual rank number 14. So the highest was 463,000 honor. I got rank 14. I think I had, well, does it tell me what I know? It doesn't. So that was the first KvK I've ever got top 20 honor in. The video game says I had to search up who the Viking Rise devs were, thinking it was Lilith because of exactly how alike they look when I first saw it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anomaly, what's good, my friend? Would you rather get infinite of any desired chocolate or infinite friends? I'll take the chocolate. I'll take the chocolate. A true friend, right, is somebody who's got your back, who supports you no matter what you do, who, you know, and true friends are hard to find. You have a lot of people that are your friend because they're getting something from you. But as soon as you need something in return, they're not there for you. So true friends are hard to find. Mohammed, heard about your stream from Tika. Hey, great. You seem like an amazing guy. Well, thank you. Thank you. My wife would disagree many days, but thank you. An amazing streamer, so humble and frank. Hey, yeah, hang out, chill. Welcome. Good to see you. You're always welcome. If you know Arabic, maybe you can help me translate for some of the people Tika sends over here. Thinking about it, I could have gotten top 20 honor if I didn't only chain the low levels in zone 4. Hey Purge, yes, early stream today. Got my coffee here next to me and my Yeti coffee mug. Hassam, what's going on? Lots of new faces in here this morning. Some friend may give you chocolate, but most friends will take away your chocolate. Well said, Blue Tea, well said. How long does this fort have? Another hour until that's built. Yeah, 846 field presence is just insane at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I Tika's awesome, right? I watch Tika stream as much as I can, and I don't even understand a damn word of Arabic. You know, but he's so passionate and so animated in what he's talking about. It's entertaining, even if you don't understand Arabic. Belgian chocolate is the best. A lot of likes already compared to your later streams, it seems. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we're reaching a wider audience at this time. The time I normally stream in the 5:30 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. is the time a lot of the Europeans are starting to head to bed. A lot of the Asians are already in bed. Vietnamese players are probably already in bed. So, yeah, that's why I mean, I can't stream at this time Monday through Friday due to real job. But hey, that's why we try and get on early on the weekends to reach a wider audience, right? Get some new friendly faces in the chat, hang out, have fun. I have not heard the theory about the YouTuber Dustin Dolo. It's 5 p.m. in Belgium. Yeah, the current time is 11:10 p.m. in Seoul, South Korea, 12:10 a.m. in Sydney, Australia, 5:10 p.m. in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 3:10 in London, and it is 2:10 UTC. Bed, what is that? Yeah, if you're in war, you don't see your bed, right? Yeah, you must be in Central Time Zone somewhere, Alpha, because it's 9:10 a.m. here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin as well. I think they will, Hennessy. I do. And welcome to the stream, by the way. That ain't bad for just doing one march. 10:10 in Canada. You're in the eastern part of Canada then, right? Video games, looks like he's on the far west coast of the US or Canada. So I know these guys are down here trying to protect this building fort. They got another ball here, probably trying to cut off players coming down. They're balling up here. My assumption is to potentially rally this fort. $5.10 in Cairo. Okay, nice. 10:10 in Singapore. Yeah, I've got a Stream Deck, so on when I move the screen over on the Stream Deck, on one of the screens I have different world clock times. Vegas, baby. Guys, if you're spectating out there and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, it's the only way to engage in the chat. You have to be a subscriber for more than 1 minute to engage in the chat. If you don't want to chat with us, hey, fine. I would greatly appreciate it, though, if you hit that subscribe button. Every subscription helps me grow. Every like on the stream helps me get my content in front of more people. I do a lot more live streams than I do regular edited videos because, you know, quite frankly, I do not like to edit videos. I don't like to edit videos. And this is kind of a hobby for me, right? So At age 52, if there's something I don't like doing, I don't do it, man. Life is too short. So I do a lot of live streams. Try to be on pretty much daily. Usually it's in the early evenings in the U.S. time zone due to my actual job, my work schedule. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure to enable gifted memberships. From time to time, there are some generous individuals who jump in the chat and drop gifted memberships. And I tell you what, if we hit 50 likes today, I'll drop 5 gifted memberships. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, call your mom, call your dad, log on with your other account, hit that like button. So tempted to expertise Nevsky, but I need Zang. Zug, Zang, Zing, Zang. I just call him Zurg, like Zurg from Toy Story. But yes, not day one. I shouldn't say day one, right? I will spin the wheel for 3 days, and then I will expertise Zurg. As soon as MGE is over, I'll expertise Dito as well. Hey, Merc. Coffee as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know. So I didn't grow up with all the fancy coffee shops and the double espresso cappuccino with almond soy milk latte caramel whatever macchiato whatever. I enjoy a good old straight black cup of joe. I don't know about you guys, but can I log on with my cat's account? Sure, yeah, log on with your cat's account. Go for it. Hey Sid, it's going well here. How about yourself? Wheel comes out on the 22nd. Yeah, it would be 7 p.m. Central Time on Monday the 22nd for me. The way to pronounce Zurg is Juji. That just don't look right. But hey, who knows? Yeah, 0000 UTC on the 23rd, which is 7 p.m. Central Time, United States, which is when reset happens. So yeah. In 7 hours, my purchase ban is gone. Well, get me in your alliance in 7 hours, right? So that you can... It's going to rain gold chests in that alliance in 7 hours. Make your own with a bit of cream and sugar? Okay, that ain't bad then. Agreed, just a cup of black coffee. Okay, all right, I will... So, Juji, is that right? Then, Only Farmer? Juji? Yes, it will be the Archer wheel, Ralph. Well, I take that back. I take that back, right? It's not the Archer wheel. It's going to be for the new Archer Commander. Technically, it's going to be the Cavalry wheel. Because this MGE is the Cavalry MGE. They're just adding the new Archer Commanders to it. So if you want to spin for Archers, you'll spin for the new Juji guy. I don't like myself that they add these new commanders, Archer Commander with Cavalry MGE. I mean, I still need to get Jan Ziska expertise. So the fact that we have archers in this one is, just add the archers with the Archer MG. I mean, seriously. But they make more money this way, I imagine. Precisely, Mark. Yep. Juji. Okay. Juji. I can't promise you I'll remember that tomorrow, but I'll try. when I was in high school, this mind you, this was back in 80, 87, 88, right? 1987, 1988. Those were my junior and senior last 2 years of high school. I did take 2 years of Chinese, but the teacher that was teaching it was only slightly ahead of the class in her Chinese college courses. So it was fun. It was fun. We'd go to Chinatown every year in Chicago. We made Chinese food every single Friday. Well, Americanized Chinese food. It probably wasn't real Chinese food. You know, and I don't remember much. I remember Zao Ni Hao Ma. I think that's hello, how are you? I can probably count to 10 still. But, Sheshe, Doibuchi. Don't remember much from that class. Then again, I was probably stoned or drunk for my last 2 years of high school. So, it is what it is. Hey, Anthony, good to see you again. They should fix matchmaking. Uh-oh, did you get a bad matchup again? Electro King is in the house. Electro King's Kingsland opens tomorrow at right around 14:30 UTC. So I've got an ARC match tomorrow morning at 14 UTC. Shortly after, we're going to jump into his KvK and spectate his KvK. So stick around tomorrow. You sound like a real tourist. Yeah, I probably do, right? I probably do. I have no idea what that means, Fizzy. And welcome to the stream. I'm going to have to look that up on Google. Me and my 6th grade education. Yeah, that even didn't bring up anything on Google search. KvK we are in has bad matchmaking. It holds the top 6 in kills while we are below from 6 to 12. That's a shame. In high school, I would pretend I could talk Chinese as a joke. Then I would think I would have the pronunciation down if I actually heard it. Yeah. I'm doing well. We're waiting for our pop-up to see what we're offered for our next KvK. I think we all want to do Heroic Anthem. Had some viewers last night confirm that we should probably stay out of Orland's KvK, being a lower seed kingdom. You know, that's more with constant fighting in the big zones that are open. That's more of a KvK for your bigger kingdoms. Oh, getting a fort rally here. Pro has no life. Okay. Okay. Correct. Yes. I'm older in age. My kids are older. So I kind of do this as a hobby. This game is entertainment. It keeps me busy. YouTube is kind of a hobby. Kind of challenging myself, see if I could do something new. Master the technology that these young kids are all doing, right? Having fun. I mean, let's be honest. If I wasn't doing this, I would probably just be sitting out in the living room watching TV. And my wife gets kind of sick of that. So hey, we're here. I don't know if it's Brian or Bryn, but thank you for the subscription. Greatly appreciate that. Fizzy, new subscriber there as well. Thank you, Fizzy. Let's sign up at the same time, 1913 with 1029. So we're signing up for Heroic Anthem once it pops, I do believe. So if it comes this first offering and all our migrants are in, we're going to go for it. If we have to skip one to get Heroic Anthem in the next one, potentially that's what we'll do. I'm 21 and rock his life. Yes, I do have 3 kids, ages 26, 22, and 19. Just a reminder, guys, let's hit that 50 likes and I'll gift 5 subs. I'll get 5 memberships. Let's do it. Let's do it. Smash that like button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see a CC in Garrison. Boom, baby. Is it Byron, Brian, or Bryn? I just don't want to call you the wrong name, dude. Well, I can't guarantee I'll remember it tomorrow, but I'll certainly try. All right, we're setting up to do this one next, maybe. Bryn, okay. Very nice to meet you. First time in the stream, I do believe. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Makote dropped a ton of power, right? Couple more months until football season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the first season in a while in American football. This is the first season in a while that I have been excited for. You know, something new in Green Bay, a new quarterback, a young team, not the same old Aaron Rodgers getting to the playoffs and us not getting past the playoffs. Hell, we might not even make the playoffs, but I'm okay with that. You know, we're trying to do something different. We're trying to break the cycle. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for the stats I got yesterday. Here we go. So Makote started KvK at 548 million power. He has had 43.5 million deads. He was down to like 190 yesterday when we looked. Crazy deads. Maybe you will get us in your KvK. Let's hope so, Jay. Right? I mean, I'll take anyone that fights. Our last KvK was so boring, it damn near put me to sleep. For those that weren't watching or don't know, our last KvK, the enemy wouldn't fight us. They wouldn't fight us at all. They wouldn't fight us at the holy sites where you can only bring in one army. Every time we took a pass to invade a zone, we got to free burn. They would port all their cities out. They wouldn't fight us at all. Most KvKs, I get between 1 and 1.5 billion kill points. Last KvK, I had, what was it, guys? 674,000 kills total. Only 150,000 deads total. Absolutely pathetic. Enemies that will not fight you. Yeah. Bastards. What KvK? This is the 1365 1846 one. I forgot to mention though, also, many of you already know this, and I may sound like a broken record, but you know, like I was saying earlier, friends support friends. Electro King, who is here in the chat, he does a lot of the graphics for my overlays, for my icons, for You know, thumbnails. He does a ton of stuff for me. Great guy, fast turnaround times, good prices, and he's a fellow Rise of Kingdoms player. He's in 1916 currently. You know, so if you need graphics or anything done for your kingdom, for yourself, for your streams, whatever the case may be, touch base with Electro King. Support your fellow Rise of Kingdoms players rather than some random dude on Fiverr. Kingsland opens on Monday for you. It's a holiday. Yeah, I mean, if you all have KvKs that you want me to stream, just post the information on my Discord. There's a specific section called KvK streaming requests. You know, give me the details, the specifics. If I can stream it, if it's during a time that I can stream, I will. You know, if it's during working hours, I may throw up just a spectating, no commentary type stream. But I kind of hate doing that because sometimes I get involved in work, and if you don't move the screen every so often, then it seems to pause and stop updating. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I was in a KvK at the first heroic anthem I was ever in. I was in Kingdom 1052. And Makote was in our allied kingdom. And that dude, he would drop like 100 million power, and the next day he'd train it all back. And then the next day he'd drop 100 million power, and then the next day he'd train it all back. So, absolutely crazy fighter. There's a rally on this building lit for it, but it's not going to last long. Wow. Wow, why even rally it if you don't have the field? And you don't have the field, guys. Newsflash. So far in your KvK, barely any kills. Oh, yep, thanks, Fub. 2 more likes. 2 more likes, guys, and I gift 5 members. 2 more likes, 1 more like. Make sure you have membership gifting enabled. Now, you know, keep in mind, I only get 70% of the money back from gifting a membership, but I do it for you guys. The more people we can see popping off the member icons in chat, the more fun it is for everyone. So let's get there. 1 more like. Hey, there we go. 50 likes. Yeah, it's amazing how much YouTube takes in a cut. They get 30% of everything donated. But hey, it is what it is. I think somebody said earlier it opens Tuesday at 15 UTC roughly. Man of my word there. Welcome to the Touchdown Club. Ibro, Tash, Blazin, Jillo, Tien. What's good, y'all? Pop off those you can pop off those membership emojis now, many of which Electro King made for me. Most of which Electro King made for me, right? I got the Yoda one from Redline. Yeah, Electro King did Go Pet Go, Noob, Swarm, Burn, Bears Still Suck. He did the Goat emoji, the Nuke, the Kiss My Ass, STFU, Hype, yep. So I was joking with, I think it was Mr. Weedy the other day, or was it somebody else? I can't remember. It's going to be so hard when that new Archer comes out on the wheel not to Instamax First day of spinning. Electro King needs his own emoji. There you go. Good call, Mark. Good call, Mark. Electro King, send me an emoji. We'll get it up there. Hey, Ibori. Hey, no problem. No problem. Appreciate you hanging out and saying hello in the chat. Yeah, so I was thinking, maybe on Tuesday evening when we spin the wheel, it might be a stream, might be a clickbait stream, right? 500 likes and expertise immediately. Because I don't know that I've ever gotten 500 likes on a video, so. Makote is a big-time player in 846. He is also a actual soccer player, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. So if somebody in chat can help out there, that would be great. He is a big-time soccer player on one of the European clubs, I do believe. Yeah, Twitch is like 50-50. I think Kick is like 90-10, but nobody from Rise of Kingdom streams on Kick, so there's no point in doing that. And Kick has, in order to get affiliate on Kick, I heard something crazy, like you have to have 50 consecutive viewers for an entire week or some shit like that. Video Games says he has 227 heads. Yeah, just keep saving. Just keep saving. 500 likes. Here we come. Maybe we'll do that Tuesday then. Maybe we'll do that Tuesday. The only commander I've ever done that with is Boudica Prime. Because when Boudica Prime came out, we were fighting in a KvK. So first day I spun, I max spun, and then I insta-maxed her. And I was the only one with her on the field, and she was absolutely devastating. It was awesome. Hey, Yaffy. Okay. Thanks, Purge and Ralph. PSG Club. I think he plays for PSG. Yep. If you guys see anything I'm missing in this KvK, rally on something, just let me know and we'll jump over there. Right now I'm just kind of trying to go where the action is, and this seems like where the majority of the action has potential. We'll check out dot mode real quick, see what we can see. This is where the majority of the forces are, so something's going on. All right, Samurai, have a good one. Marquinhos plays for Brazil National and PSG Club. There's my education for the day. Marquinhos. Yeah, playing in a lower seed, it can be tough. I think you're in a lower seed too, but most of the time we get a solid 24 hours of fighting, 36 hours of fighting before we can really free burn. I don't think they anticipated that these forts would be not necessarily protected like they are, but I don't think they thought that 302 would consistently back for it, back for it, back for it. Yeah, there are more and more soccer games, and I'm going to call it soccer, guys. I know it's football, right? But I just forgive me in advance. They're starting to televise more and more here in the United States. So if there's one on, I'll usually turn it on if there's nothing else to watch. That said, oftentimes I'll turn a soccer game on and I'll fall asleep halfway through. Just being honest here. We're going to leave the screen here for 2 seconds while I jump in the kitchen, refill my coffee. So I'll be right back, y'all. Don't go anywhere. Okay, looks like the Keurig shut itself off. Rather than turn it on and wait for the water reservoir to heat up, we'll grab a Coke Zero instead. Ralph says he watches also, supports PSG, Messi, and Barcelona. And I did see the subscription pop up there. Thank you, Mad. Ooh, soccer, nah. Don't watch any regular sports, just MMA. Mark played on ESPN when he was in Florida. They aired amateur games when he was 16 to 18. Nice. Not gonna lie, I don't watch football, prefer rugby. Rugby is those guys take a beating, man. It's like football and soccer combined without the pads. That's impressive what some of those guys do. Already impressive. 302 making it to the next. Yeah, I think they will as well. I watch all sports except golf. What about tennis? So, you know, if golf actually had a golfer like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Happy Gilmore. If golf actually had a golfer or two like Happy Gilmore, I would probably watch it. That would make it interesting for me. You know, crowds that go wild and try and heckle the golfers as they tee off. That would make it interesting for me. I've never really watched golf. I've honestly never played golf. You know, putt-putt golf, maybe miniature golf. Canada rugby in high school, you can only play for so many minutes a week. Yeah, Happy Gilmore is one of my top 5 movies of all time. Easy. The price is wrong, bitch. Hey, Histo. Hope you're having a good weekend. Thanks for jumping on. Welcome to the stream. Hey, there we go. We got some fighting over here. I mean, when you got big kingdoms like this, fighting is everywhere. You'd think they want to rally this fort here soon. Maybe that's what they're doing, trying to clear the field. I would watch golf if it wasn't golf. And what is this pickleball thing? I see. I mean, there are like websites and pickleball courts and indoor pickleball courts just popping up all over the place. What the hell is this? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I seen that only once or twice. You know, the Red Dawn, the one with Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen. Happy Gilmore. Pretty much any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s. 80s and early 90s, right? Terminator, Terminator 2, Commando, Running Man. I mean, some of the worst acting in the world, but yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. And then the movie Stand By Me. I always thought that was a classic. And of course, the original Star Wars movie. You know, I'm not a Star Wars fanboy or anything, but that was a classic. The first time I ever saw that, it was at a drive-in movie theater. Rockies, yes, Rocky. I liked Rocky 1 and Rocky 4. Rocky 2, Rocky 3, not so much. And after Rocky 4, it just got worse. 302 is kind of giving them a bit of trouble here and there. Not trouble that they can't handle, but looks like their fort wall is going to hold. And they'll be able to get into the next zone, which will make the next zone really interesting. Looking forward to June. You'll be home for a while. No school. Nice. Total Recall is so underrated. Yeah, and then they made a sequel to it too, and the sequel's got Jessica Biel in it. Oh, she's hot. IP Man movies? What's IP Man? Yeah, I know some people that are huge Star Wars fans. I know one guy that, I mean, he's got an entire room dedicated to Lego Star Wars. It said I could highlight a comment. Yes, once you're a member, you get one per month, I believe it is. I believe the next pass opens. What did somebody said it earlier? Tuesday at like 1500 UTC. So they got a few days to leave out. SW leaving 254 after this KvK. Yep, that's what I heard. SW and Hold My Beer are leaving. So 250, the face 254 will be changing. But I think they're trying to evolve with the game before the game makes them evolve. They're trying to do it on their own terms rather than the game forcing them to do it. I'm trying. I've told Red multiple times. He doesn't need to quit the game. Just come to a chill kingdom like mine. You know, just come and chill. Have fun. No pressure. No obligations. Fight when you want to fight. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so hey Kurt, somebody said earlier in the stream it was right that 1500 time range somewhere in there. So you may be right, 1532. SW and HMB are leaving. 1254 is falling apart. I don't know that they'll fall apart. I think they have good leadership in place, and they'll always be able to recruit players there. Yep, we're a middle of the tier D seed kingdom in 1029. So I'm sure there's 100 different kingdoms that are trying to get Redline to come to their kingdom, but hey, if you know, what's the worst thing that happens, right? I ask, I try and talk him into it. He says no. You know, it's no different than things are now, right? He says yes. He comes here. He has fun. We get another quality fighter in the kingdom. That would be fantastic. Of course, I can't just invite somebody to the kingdom. They got to pass the cat test. Cat is our R5. She does interviewing and application process for anyone coming here. CNCC stands for chill. Cheech 420. Thank you for the subscription. Did you bring Chong with you? I remember those movies too from the 80s, right? Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. Some classics. Some classics. We generally get some good fights in our KvKs. You know, they're not, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week like some of these kingdoms are, but they're generally a good 24 to 36 hours. Yeah, our we can show kingdom stats here if you want. Rankings. These are alliance rankings. Let's show kingdom rankings. Where are they? There we go. Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's basically a one alliance kingdom, right? We've got farmers and the 2 alliances. PKG is our farm alliance as well. 29 PK is a farm alliance as well for us. A lot of these other alliances are, you know, 0 at will people. Alliance kills. Obviously, it's very top loaded. Last Samurai, that's a good movie. The cat test, the hardest test of any. Hey, just don't call her bro. That's an instant rejection, right? Smart Alpha is new to the kingdom. Shadow of Moon is new to the kingdom. Animals new to the kingdom. Winnie the Pooh is new to the kingdom. Zat is new to the kingdom. Madman is new to the kingdom. So we got some. Thays is new. So we got some fairly decent migrants in. Some really good migrants. Hey, Soup. B seed getting good fights right now in our own KvK. Camp we are up against looks more like an A seed with the sheer amount of whales they somehow squeezed in. There are kingdoms that manipulate that too, right? Right before matchmaking, they will all go inactive, or they will fill their hospitals so they get lower power, you know, things like that. So it doesn't surprise me. For a first sock, should I use 5551 Alex still, but a 5551 Scipio behind him? I'm just going to be honest here, Soup. Hopefully there's somebody else in chat that can answer that. I am not an expert on mid-maxing commanders. I personally, I don't use a commander until they're expertise, generally. Your alliance has more kill points than my AC alliance. How does she take being called ma'am? I've gotten in trouble so many times. But that's how I grew up. She's okay with that. Martel Scipio. Mustafa, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's look quick. We can look at Alex. Alex, you know, a lot of people don't max Alex, don't expertise Alex. I mean, I wouldn't dump a ton of gold heads into him if you're already in SOC, but before SOC, he's a really good commander, and he's very versatile. March speed. So you don't need the march speed. It's nice, but you don't need it. Attack bonus. It's hard to give up that. When not shielded, gain 40% increased attack. Shielded, 30% increased defense instead. So, I mean, I guess you don't have to have those stats, but at the same time, those are some really nice to have. And the expertise absorbing that damage, and yeah. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We managed almost to completely zero a guy named Yandu Panda from their camp. Dude fell asleep in a farm alliance off territory. Dropped him from 136 to 72. Nice, Kurt. Very nice. Wasn't a kingdom going to get a bunch of players to go inactive? I think 1960 had to do that their last KvK. It was either 1960 or 1v, or it was one of those kingdoms. They had to get a bunch of players to go inactive so they could migrate people in. The guy's back to 90 million already. They wail too hard. Soup. Merc says if that's the best you got, yes. I wish I could refund Alex. I use Alex. He's my 3rd infantry march. Fizzy, can I have tips for power? I mean, get a few farm accounts, farm gems on your main account, and push more than gems. And those type of events during, or use your gems wisely. Spend them during a more than gems event, so you get bonus out of it. You know, don't use training speed ups unless it's a training event. Don't use power up speed ups unless it's during an event when you gain power. You know, use your speed ups wisely. Don't just push things to push things. Make sure that you're getting dual benefit from it. Invest the gold heads you get and try to max Scipio Prime ASAP. Don't invest in Alex anymore. That's probably solid advice. I want to refund Charles, Martel, and Richard. I use Richard and Canyon. Alex is a must expertise in my opinion, and SOC like Lambeau. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, there are other commanders better than Alex, no doubt about it. If you don't have him maxed by SOC, there are better commanders to get. At the same time, Alex is very versatile. Very versatile. You can pair him with almost any infantry commander, and it will do well. So I would never tell somebody, myself, right? And opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. So my opinion is my opinion. Others may have different opinion. It doesn't mean one person's right, one person's wrong. I think Alex is a very good commander to have expertise because he is so versatile. AC'd with top alliance being 5.5 billion, 3.4 billion, 1.1 billion. A weak AC'd, yeah. Yeah, it's hard at that point in time because, you know, you could go under KvK and get faced with higher AC kingdoms, right? So it's, I mean, kingdom power and that matchmaking, that's a hard thing to manage. Spent all my gold heads on Ragnar. Was it worth it? I've never used Ragnar. He might be worth it early game, but I've never used him. Ronan as an archer main, what's your thought on Dido? I'm expertising Dido as soon as I get her an MG. Will she be fantastic? I couldn't tell you. We'll do some level 1 pass testing soon after I get her, because level 1 pass testing, you don't take deads. I think she's going to be really good, but yeah, like you said, calves will probably destroy archers once the new calves come out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Unless you're a whale, Alex and Sock is not as powerful as Sock commanders. Yeah, I mean there are definitely better commanders than Alex. Guan, Scipio. Alex is. I mean, I would invest in Alex over Pakal. I would probably invest in Alex over Harold even. But I would probably want to get Tariq and Sargon before I got Alex done if I'm already in Sock and don't have Alex completed yet. Yeah, like I use Alex in my 3rd infantry march. I'll run Guan Scipio, Sargon CJ, and Harold Alex. But it's very, very rare that I take out or that I run 3 infantry marches, right? All right, thank you, Electro King. So next stream, we're going to have a couple of new emojis. We're going to have one for Electro King, as requested. We're going to have one for Justin, as requested. Nice. See, you know, I wasn't lying, y'all, when I talk about Electro King and fast turnaround, right? I mean, what was it, 15 minutes ago, somebody said Electro King needs his own emoji, and here he is at 9:58 a.m. sending me an Electro King emoji for the chat, right? So, I mean, seriously, guys. Yeah, I will add that for the next stream, Electro King, for sure. Thank you much. So I keep moving around here. I mean, I don't like just staring at a ball sitting there. Is there anything going on anywhere? I thought that ball would be sitting there prepping for something. Oh, looks like 302 came down and put a little pressure on this fort, maybe. All right, Bryn, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in, and don't be a stranger. Road to 200 million power. Let's go. I don't want to hit 200 million power. I would much prefer to be at that, 130 to 150 power range. The fact that I gained nearly 17 million power in the last KvK tells you how boring it was. I am in Kingdom 1029 farm. All right, Bryn. Thank you. So 1029 is a low DC'd kingdom. Well, we're probably middle of the road DC'd now with our new migrants. Last I checked, we were still about a billion power away from becoming a C-seed kingdom. But that's how we like it. You know, and it's nice because everyone knows everyone. You know, you jump on Discord and just say, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And it's like, "Hey, Lambeau." You know everybody's voice. You're not just some random voice on a Discord with 300 people on it. You know, it's much more fun being a big fish in a small pond than it is being a small fish in a big pond. Not to mention, yeah, we'll take a look at it, Pedro. Not to mention, you know, it's a bonus when it comes to things like gold head events, MGEs, that type of thing. All right, let's find Makote. I think he was in Sin yesterday. Nope. Maybe Lit? He was in R4 yesterday, so he might be jumping around alliances. Yesterday he had 43 million deads or something like that. Just in this KvK alone, I think he was up to close to 270 million overall. I thought, did we check WIV? Maybe he's not in R4 there anymore? Oh no, we checked Sin. Yep, good call. Where's the damn WIV? They don't have any forts in this zone? There we go. Thank you. 209. So yeah, last night I remember him at 270 million, and I made a comment, dude's gonna hit 300 million before anyone else, and today he's at 290 million. So monster deads. Now I lost it. There we are. Oh, was I scrolling all over the place and his city's right up here? $21 million gems in an account and waiting to train for MG. Yeah, good call. Good call. Even the whales have to do it smart. Yeah, we saw him at what was it, 190 million yesterday. I think Histo's in 1026. Zeroed a guy with 2.5 million power yesterday. He was attacking our players and it was very hard. 2.5 million power? You mean 250 million? Why was it hard? Because he kept teleporting, or he kept bubbling, or? Yeah, I mean, there are kingdoms that do not manage their kingdom after every KvK. Pedro, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Every KvK leadership of all alliances needs to sit down and evaluate who performed and who didn't perform. I mean, the biggest thing is communication. If somebody can't play in KvK because they got real life events, it's not the end of the world, right? As long as they communicate that in advance and they're supporting in other ways, like sending resources or whatever the case may be. But the people that are definite zeros are the people who don't show up for KvK, and then they push in gold head events, or they want MGE spots, or they push in Zenith of Power. That alone, in my opinion, is bad, right? I mean, you don't show up and play in KvK, but then you want all the heads, you want new commanders as they come out, you want Zenith skins, but you're not fucking using them. Those are the people that I would focus on as a kingdom to zero them and get them to leave. But every KvK you have to go through and evaluate everyone. Who's performing, who's not performing, who showed up for the pass openings. If you have the ability to scan your stats before passes and after passes, do it. That said, kingdoms that go solely by stats, you have to get X amount of kills and X amount of deads if you're Y power. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it depends how you do it, right? Because stats can be manipulated. Stats can be manipulated, so you got to be smart with when you're doing the scans. Okay, fighting's over. We won Kingsland. We're free burning everything from here on out. Then you want to pull your scan of the kingdom, not at the very end of KvK, because somebody might be slamming troops into a city just to get their deads up so they can stay in the kingdom, things like that. Hey, New Jacka. So be real careful with scans, with telling players exactly what they have to have prior to KvK. It just, there are people that will manipulate their stats just to stay in a kingdom, or that will do the bare minimum and say, okay, peace out, I'm done. I got my kills, I got my deads that I was required to get. It's on everyone else to finish the job. And that's not good either. Which is why I like being in a smaller kingdom, because it's very easy for us to know who is there for every pass opening, who's been helping, who's not been helping. It's very easy for us as a leadership team to communicate with each other. Okay, Johnny said he wasn't going to be here for pass 6, so he gets a buy on this one. He's traveling, he's in Turkey, he's in Greece, or whatever the case may be, right? So communication is the biggest thing that kills kingdoms. People don't communicate well with each other. And there are certain things you communicate with a team about, certain things you don't. I mean, like, we got a lot of new migrants in. Are we gonna send out detailed plans of our KvK before a pass opens? Probably not. But at the same time, they need to be open and honest and communicate with us too. Okay, this pass is not open at a good time for me. It's the middle of my work day. I'll be on as soon as I get home from work, things like that. So communication is the key. Which is why we do a voice interview for everyone coming into the kingdom, so we can clearly and verbally communicate what is expected of them, what our rules are. Make sure it's something that they buy into, and most importantly, to make sure that they're going to fit in with our existing players. Yeah, I mean, I've seen players in KvK before. They're online hitting barbs while everyone's fighting, and it's like, dude, you're going to come up here and fight? And they've told me point blank, no, I've got my kills, I've got my deads, I've got as many as I was supposed to get. I'm not losing more power. Those players are the scumbags of the earth, the ones that make everyone else look bad. Hey, Tech, Lambeau streaming in my nighttime. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. or so here. There was fighting in this KvK, and I got nothing going on today, so I figured we'd throw up a stream here. That said, this coffee is running straight through me. So I will be right back. We need a quick bio break here. Okay, thank you for your patience there. I feel much better. Is Sonnerford at the top burning or repairing? Last we looked, it was repairing. We can take a look again here, though. Yep, it is repairing. So Post Smash Squad and HMB will be merging and migrating out after KvK. Yes, that is what we are also hearing. Which I think it's probably a good move for him. You know, the way this game seems to be progressing, it seems to favor the one or two alliance kingdoms with Wales in both of those alliances and a couple of support alliances than it does these mega imperiums anymore. And once we get to a place where there's fighting, we can go and take a look at the recent email. Go. I don't know that that's a lot of fighting, but all right. St. Peter's Basilica, in case you didn't see this, new KvK shop theme, 10% defense for infantry. Cyrus League starting soon. Changes to Champions of Olympia. I think this one is it, right? Alright, so a question, developer face-to-face with the developers. KvK battles are unbalanced due to significant difference in the number of active governors among kingdoms. So I think Smash Squad is looking at this and seeing the possible change here. Thank you for your feedback. Rest assured that this issue has come to our notice. As time passes, the difference in number of active governors among kingdoms in the game has been widened. Some kingdoms have populations that exceed normal values, resulting in serious problems such as the unbalanced kingdom power in KvK battles and the difficulty in matching opponents for kingdoms with very high populations. Meanwhile, some kingdoms have a severe shortage of active players, making it difficult for the management to gather sufficient active governors for gameplays like KvK. We are actively exploring targeted solutions for this issue. In the future, we will implement a series of adjustments such as setting a limit to the number of registrants for a single kingdom in KvK. So they're going to limit the number of players you can take into a KvK. That in and of itself would make me, if I was in Smash Squad 254 TR, very, very concerned due to the size of their kingdom. It would make me very, very concerned if I was in 307 or one of those other really big kingdoms. So this is being done, in my opinion, to limit lag. This is being done, in my opinion, to appease some kingdoms that are whining and crying about getting curb stomped when they face some of these big kingdoms, when in actuality, leaders of those kingdoms need to look in a mirror and say, okay, why are we getting our asses kicked? What could I have done better as a leader? Maybe better management in the kingdom would attract more players. Maybe being aggressive with your recruiting efforts would attract more players. But you can't point fingers and blame 254, blame 1846, blame 307, blame these big 1093, blame these big imperiums because of your failure to have active governors in your kingdom. Manage your kingdom better. So I think that's where this is coming from, and I think Smash Squad and the leadership there, they see the writing on the wall that Lilith is moving more towards those 1960s size type of kingdoms than they're trying to get away from these big ass super imperiums. Just my opinion there. When does Osiris League start? The end of May. I think matchmaking could potentially be the top 500 rather than the top 300. The fact that it's the top 300 right now concerns me. What if Lilith only allows 300 players into a KvK? That's absolutely stupid. So they're trying to limit the number of players you can go into a KvK, in my opinion, to... I'll just be repeating what I already said 2 minutes ago, right? But... yeah, that would be so stupid if they only allow the top 300. It's not going to matter for my kingdom. All 11 of my accounts are going to get in there. But, they're trying to kill these super imperium kingdoms. Either that, or they're trying to make it so people can't bring a half a dozen farm accounts into a KvK and fill flags and rallies with a farm. Either way, they just need to be transparent and honest and not leave us hanging with stupid little verbiage like they have. We're going to limit the number of participants. Okay, well, what's the fucking number? Tell us in advance. Don't come out and blindside us 1 month from now and have kingdoms that are already registered for a KvK or kingdoms that are already in a KvK that people might want to jump to. Don't blindside us with the data, right? If you come out, hey, the update's tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, you can only take 500 governors into a KvK. That's gonna be bad. They need to be transparent and tell us what they're thinking of doing, so they can solicit feedback from the players, from the leadership of these bigger kingdoms, and they can then make a decision based on that. They say this is feedback with the developers, but I don't know any player who would go and say, hey, I don't like watching these big KvKs, or we're getting our asses kicked in KvK. Can you do something about it to help us? Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're getting your asses kicked in KvK, take a look in a mirror. Pull up your fucking pants. Figure out what you can do differently. It might be dropping out of A seed to B seed or C seed. It might be recruiting harder. It might be recruiting better. But there's something that you can do to avoid it. You don't have to go to Lilith and cry like a fucking baby and say, oh, we're getting our butt kicked because these kingdoms are more active. Figure it out. Figure it out, people. Yeah, they never went with the alliance registering in KvK, did they? Creating characters on only 2 of your accounts could go into Lost Kingdom. Problem is, Soup, I have one, two, three. I have 3 accounts, so does that mean I can bring 6 characters into Lost Kingdom? I mean, there's a way around that. I want to migrate to 1029 so bad, but have too little power. Just talk to Kat, right? Just message Kat. She'll have a conversation with you. And speaking of the devil, there is Kat. It's always been Lilith's style. I don't think they'll be changing their ways now. Yeah. I mean, if Lilith wants honest feedback about this game, you have my email address. Please come and talk to me. We can talk on live stream. I don't care. Believe it or not, although I cuss and swear and bitch and moan on stream, I can have a very diplomatic discussion in a rational manner. I work in a business setting all day long, so this is kind of my release on a daily basis. But if you would like to have a very business-like discussion about pros and cons of these decisions that you're making, I would be certainly open to have one with you. My door is open, Lilith. It's up to you to step through. Because I have a lot of questions for you as well. Questions that your VIP support can't answer. Questions that your customer support can't answer. Things like, why are you doing this? Why are you making some of these changes? You tell us it's because of this, but I see extra profit in it for you. Is that really why? I want to know the reasons, the real reasons. I want you to be transparent and honest with us and get opinions from more than just a select few who are complaining. Get opinions from more than a select few who are doing all the complaining. I think you're right, Tech. A 1 to 2 Kingdom Alliance is I have more fun playing in a D Kingdom than I ever had playing in an Imperium Kingdom. Right? And less lag. You know people better. You know who you can count on to be there. Things like that. But there are a lot of players who enjoy playing in Super Imperium Kingdoms. They shouldn't be ignored either. So... Oh, Cat, come on. Armaments are good. I like armaments. I'm one of the few players who likes armaments. Mine aren't even that great, but I like armaments. For those of you who missed it, live on stream on Thursday, let me show you the armament we got. Right there. The stats aren't that fantastic, right? These can go up to 3.5. But triple stack cavalry stats, plus 2 fighting inscriptions, 1.5% less normal attack damage, and 3.5% defense. So we got this from a purple epic armament chest on Thursday when we opened those live on stream. I damn near shit myself. I kid you not. So again, the stats are nothing to write home about, but triple stack cavalry with 2 fighting inscriptions, hell yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. And now my Nevsky's got 6 inscriptions on his 4 armaments. Yeah, baby. This one sucks. 1.6 cav attack, troop load, and siege health. So we'll redo those attributes as soon as we can. But we've got rage, and we've got another 3.5% defense. So we're looking good. We're looking good there. Nikos, yeah, it's good to see you twice in a row. So somebody was telling me last night on stream as well that they know free-to-play players with better armaments than I have. And I don't doubt it, since it's completely random. there is always that possibility that as a free-to-play, as a low spender, you're going to get better attributes, you're going to get better inscriptions, yours are going to be better than mine. And I have no problem with that. Is it kind of a pain in the ass? Yeah. My biggest gripe about armaments, honestly, like this one, right? It has got one inscription on it. A legendary can have 2 inscriptions on it. But I cannot add an inscription to this armament, even if I wanted to give me the 2 slots filled up. If I add an inscription to this armament, it wipes out the one that's already there. The only way to get inscriptions, or to get armaments with 2 inscriptions on them, is completely at random. If there's 1 on there, you can't add a second one, which I think is absolutely stupid. It's always midnight there when I stream. Sorry, that's the time that works best for me, Monday through Friday. So on the weekends, I will try and do earlier streams in the U.S. time zone. Today we've had great viewership. We got 56 people watching, 76 likes already. Y'all are killing it. Lots of new subscribers today. So the weekends, I'll probably do a stream earlier. Look for a stream about this same time tomorrow. The KvK, the Nile KvK that 1916 is in, that's Electro King's Kingdom. They have a pass opening tomorrow while I'm in Ark. So as soon as we get out of Ark, we'll probably throw up a stream and watch some Kingsland there. Yeah, congrats, Vincent. Anytime you get an inscription on a legendary that's a fighting inscription is a good day, right? Especially if it's one that you can use right away. Lambeau, what is your experience with CD Kingdom opponents? Wondering, because other than young kingdoms, I imagine most to be kind of dead. Am I wrong? Very wrong. There are some very, very well managed C and D kingdoms out there that have anywhere between 100 and 150 active players. And those are generally the tougher kingdoms that we face, because we have anywhere between roughly 30-40 active players. So the thing that we have as an advantage is we're kind of like a 1960 of DC kingdoms, right? We have lots of people who max Crystal Tech very early, who have outstanding commanders, outstanding equipment, and we like to fight crazy and swarm everything, so we have never had a problem facing another C or D kingdom one-on-one. The problems we have had in 2 KvKs are when the allies that we make, those allies then have a civil war in the middle of KvK. So then it's us versus everyone else, and that's when we run into problems. If we're having only 30 to 40 players online, having to port constantly between multiple fronts in multiple zones to defend and take flags, that's where we can run into problems. We have to have allies that can at least hold their zone. So it's both good and bad. Now, last KvK, if y'all watched me last KvK, our opponents wouldn't even fight us. They did not fight us in the holy sites. They did not fight us anytime a pass opened. They fought all of our allies, but they wouldn't fight us. Now, why? Because 1029 and 1570 has some very active whales in their alliances. And they knew that, or they felt that their free-to-play players would get absolutely smashed, and they didn't want that to happen. I understand where they're coming from, but at the very least, give it a try. If you've got 150, 300 active players in your 2 kingdoms versus our 100 to 120 active players in our 2 kingdoms, chances are it's not going to be as bad as you think. So it is what it is. So I don't generally stream Arc because, you know, it's not necessarily for a strategy thing. It's just because I don't want to put pressure on the rest of the players in our Arc match. We play Arc for fun, you know, and if I was live streaming, I think there would be pressure and it would no longer be fun for some people. So, you know, my allegiance and loyalty is first with my alliance and my kingdom. And if there is something I am streaming that people don't want me to stream, or that I don't think they would have fun with me streaming it, then I'm not going to stream it. You think they can build forts? Who is that? Hey, mams. Who are we thinking build forts? I mean, slowly but surely, 302 is losing ground here. That's less and less teleport spots that they have to get to every time they have to rebuild a fort. I think they're going to hold, though. I think they're going to be able to get into this next zone. The KvK shop, I was able to purchase the Hunter inscription for my Boudica this last KvK. I don't recall which other ones are in there for the other formations. That's a good idea, Tech. Good, but in the same respect, I think a lot of those C&D kingdoms kind of want to fly under the radar. You know, they don't want a ton of people just migrating in there, trying to migrate in there. They want to be very selective. At least I know we do. They want to be very selective with the players they bring in. You know, and you know, granted, we've got migrants because of my stream, but in the same respect, you know, every single migrant is heavily scrutinized. You know, there is an application process and an interview process that everyone has to go through before they can come here. And Kat will get on Discord and coordinate with them as to exactly when they're coming so that the cap to get in can be lifted only for a few seconds to let them and only them in. HSC forts. So, I mean, they've got this one here that's still got a lot of health on it yet. This fort over here, is it even burning yet? Nope, that's being built now. 41 seconds. 41 seconds. And what do we got over here? Can they can't touch that yet, can they? That's a good fort placement there. Where is everyone going? Probably this fort's getting a rally next, I would think. It's kind of sad they need all those forts. Well, I mean, that's, you know, KvKs like this are what's the KvK that 1960, 307, 1093, 2049 are in. I forget what it's called. That one you can only build forts in certain locations on the map, right? So hopefully that will do away with things like this fort wall that nobody really has fun watching. I'm sure the kingdom that has the fort wall is having fun, but the other kingdoms do not. Cracking on diets, welcome to the stream. I used to play in a D kingdom where allies always quit on KvK before Kingsland. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's the risk you run into. Many free-to-play players go to C&D kingdoms so they can get commanders. in the same respect, you know, if they're spending money or if they're spending speed ups unwisely, and that's why I was saying earlier, if we have somebody pushing in a zenith of power, burning through speed ups, and then they don't play in KvK, that's probably a person we're going to discuss potentially zeroing. You know, because they're doing very selfish things. They're not playing for the kingdom. They're not playing for the alliance. They're not playing for other people here. I don't have zenith skins. I have 3 legendary skins. 2 I got from Osiris League. 1 I got from the KvK shop. I don't push in zenith because I'm not confident enough that I can push and win a zenith skin and still have the speed ups then to fight in a KvK like I expect myself to fight, like others expect me to fight in a KvK. You know, so not everyone has that same mentality. A lot of players in the low seed kingdoms are there because they are selfish. They're not there for the alliance and for the kingdom. We try not to pair with those kingdoms in KvK. Like I said, we've had a couple bad allies in KvK that have had civil wars. And those are KvKs we've lost. In the KvKs that we have had good allies in, we've won every single one of them. Warriors Unbound, yes, thank you. Hey, Hasta. Good to see you. Their kingdom chat is all just, any alliance have a fort? Message me. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's the selfish people that kill a lot of kingdoms, right? And it's not necessarily those people themselves, because they always kiss ass to leadership, and I've experienced this too in 1039. You know, they always kiss ass to leadership. It's the leadership that fails to do anything about those selfish people after there are signs, and that's why kingdoms fail. You know, oh, we don't want to zero them. They've been here for a year. I'm friends with them. They're always on Discord. They always chat with us. They give me resources. Yeah, but they're constantly getting first in gold head events. They're constantly getting first in MGEs. They're pushing in Zenith of Power, and then they don't fight in KvK. They're not doing the kingdom any good. Oh, but they were busy. You know, okay. Did they communicate that in advance? No? Okay, so get them the fuck out of here. The well-managed kingdoms are the kingdoms that generally do good. Unfortunately, there's more mismanaged kingdoms where people are selfish than there are kingdoms that are well-managed. You know, and this is just me, my opinion. Speaking frankly, being to the point and direct. Right? I tend not to sugarcoat things. That's what gets me in trouble from time to time. Good God, 84 likes already? Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button now. It's 100% free. If you haven't liked yet, hit that like button as well. Greatly appreciate it, y'all. I'll kill them all if needed, even if my R4 fail in KvK. No kidding. There you go. There you go. You know, and you'll get me going. Boom, baby. You'll get me going on a separate topic here, right? Is okay, there are sometimes leadership teams, R4s, R5s, who are there strictly for management purposes. What gets me is when I have an R4 or an R5 tell me that I'm not putting forth enough effort into doing something when they're expanding even less effort. You know, or there's a R5, this happened in one of the kingdoms, there's a R5 with 26 million power pushing and giving themselves first place in a MGE when I have 50 million power and I have 3 or 4 times as many kill points as they do. You know, that's how you know you got a bad leadership team, when leadership doesn't set the example. You know, if I want people to fight, I'm going to be right there fighting next to you. And so will our entire leadership team. Right? I mean, Kat, she's a monster. Myself, Resurgence, Callow, every single one of these players will be online fighting, online filling flags. None of us will ever ask somebody to do anything that we couldn't ourselves do, or haven't done, or refused to do. Oscar, welcome to the stream. Allies, something's messed things up in my recent KvK. Had to hold an attack against 2 kingdoms because our camp allies were in recovery mode and didn't want to help. Yeah, I hate that recovery. We're doing a recovery KvK. Why'd you go into KvK so quickly? You know, max skip. In order to recover from a KvK, if you have a particularly bad one, you should only have to max skip. If you max skip, you know, I mean, these kingdoms that go into KvK after KvK after KvK, back to back to back, and then go into a KvK saying, oh, it's a recovery KvK, we're not going to do anything. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. Just max skip and wait till you can participate and then sign up. Hey, B. Heck, this annoys me so much. My old kingdom had 2 R4s who never met kingdom requirements, especially Deads. Got away with it because they have R4 duties. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. You know, there are some R4s that do an exceptional job behind the scenes and do a lot of work behind the scenes. I get it, but at the same time, you know, what are those R4 duties? What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they dropping a gold pit every day? Is that the R4 duties that exclude them from performing? Joe, no, we probably are not going to max skip because our last KvK we didn't see any fighting. So, more than likely we will go into the first KvK that offers us Heroic Anthem. But if you need resources, just let me know. And I tell this to all the new migrants who recently came to our kingdom. You know, you might not have enough resources to fight. That's fine. Do your best. Fill flags. Fill rallies. Participate as much as you can. But if you are active and you are constantly gathering and doing your best to accumulate as many resources as you can get to help participate in KvK, just ask me. I have resources. I can send you some. Alloys, I need a recovery KvK so bad. Is 1254 going Dead Kingdom after this KvK? I don't know. With some people retiring, with Smash Squad and HMV potentially migrating their better players out, it will be interesting to see what happens. Whether they go into a Dead Kingdom or not, I think they have solidified their place in Rise of Kingdoms history as one of the crazier, more fight-happy, kill kingdoms of all time. So their place has been solidified regardless of what happens to 1254 coming out of this KvK. Whether you're a fan of 1254 or not, you cannot argue with the fact that they have a place in the history of this game forever. All right. Well, I mean, the offer stands, buddy. The offer stands. I mean, you can see my resources. I have quite a few, and then there are a handful of other players that have just as many resources as I do. So we will help those who are fighting out. We will help those out who are busting their ass to get where they need to go and online and participating in events and so on and so forth. So just let us know. Don't let me know in the middle of Kingsland, though, when I have 7 marches fighting on the field. Holy crap, it's been a good day so far. I should be outside doing yard work. I'm sure my wife will have a conversation with me later, but hey, it is what it is, right? We got 64 people watching, 92 likes. I can't stop now. Yep, after this rally, I'll take a look. They're filling this fort. They're micro-filling this fort. This time is such a void for rock streams. Yeah, no worries. It seems like, so during the daytime, my daytime, Monday through Friday, there's a lot of Vietnamese streamers on, Chinese streamers on. What, during the daytime on weekends, I don't see a lot of English streamers. So that might be a void that I try and fill moving forward on weekends when I'm able to stream. That'll leave me evenings then to spend with the family. So I will then have a Monday through Friday day job, ba-boom, and a Saturday, Sunday day job, right? We'll see what we can do about that. That's a lot of freaking marches there, dude. That's a lot of freaking marches. Yeah, Apo is super high energy, and if you don't know Apocalypse Gaming, right? Go subscribe to his channel. Hey, Only Farmer is live? He's a brand new creator as well, so I don't have a command for him, so if you want to throw his link here in chat, Soup, go for it. Mr. Smoked Turkey, it's been a while. Good to see you. And I am all for promoting other streamers. You know, at the end of the day, you guys are free to watch whoever you want to watch. If you don't enjoy watching my stream and there's somebody else streaming that you enjoy more, hey, go watch them, right? Do what makes you happy. I just enjoy hanging out, streaming to you guys. Oops, sorry, I'm going now. Alliance. There you go, buddy. Sorry, I forgot for a second. You're right, I am fat. With no fighting our last KvK, I am fat. I need to go on a serious diet. But I do want some gold heads. Alright, we're going to need to find this player and zero them. $683, 336. What is that? Well, I'll figure it out later. Chelsea, good morning. Did you? I don't see it in here. Where'd you send the link? Put it in game. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost 100 likes. Very excited. Very happy. Thank you, guys. (846) just doing their thing. Fort after fort. Repair, burn. Repair, burn. Repair, burn. Where are they going next? Hey, David. Hello from India. Hello from Wisconsin. Feel like I'm in the 70s show, right? Hello, Wisconsin. That's on fire. That's on fire. That 846 is repairing. That's on fire. That's repairing. Hey, Robert. This song is repairing though. Can they hit this? They should be able to hit this. They're bordered over here. Ooh, that's red. That's red. Welcome back. Sent in Discord. Oh, there it is, maybe? There we go. Yeah, there's a link to Only Farmer's stream. He is streaming, it looks like, a different KvK right now, if you're interested. Do I think 302 can get through to the next zone? I do. I do. The hard part for them is going to be, you know, every time they lose a little bit of ground, that's a little bit more teleport spots that they lose. Right? How many players can they get into the next zone? But I think the next zone, I think as a community, we want to see them in the next zone. 846, 302, 1254, and 1365 all in the same zone. That would be epic. That would be epic. Yeah, it looks like Only Farmers is streaming, what, 1484 versus 2302 and 1833. So if you're interested in that, hey, go take a look at them. This is, oh, it's an altar fight. So that could be interesting. Yeah, like I said, guys, I don't care who you watch, you know. I would, obviously, it would be great if y'all hang out with me for as long as I'm streaming. I'd love it. Smash that like button. We're at 100 now. Woohoo! Fantastic. Y'all are killing it. But at the same time, you know, the most important thing is fun, right? I say it all the time. If you ain't having fun doing something, if you're not enjoying doing something, don't fucking do it. You know? So if you're having fun hanging out here, great. You know, hang out here. If you would have more fun somewhere else, I encourage you to go somewhere else. You know, life is too short to do things you don't like or don't enjoy. You know, sure, work and taxes are two things that most of us pretty much have to do. But hey, the only things guaranteed in life, what do they say? The only things guaranteed in life are death and taxes. I'm watching until the end. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. And I know this is not all that interesting, right? Watching a fort repair and then a fort burn and then a fort repair and a fort burn. And we can maybe we'll get lucky here again. We'll open some armaments chests in the meantime. Garbage. Garbage. And garbage. 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 More garbage. Even more garbage. And siege garbage. Oop, I hear fighting. So after this one we'll go back there. Garbage. 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 There we go. Doing Ark of Osiris while listening. Well, best of luck in your Ark match. I have a German Shepherd, Seth. Yes. If Red was streaming at the same time, I don't know. I know he sometimes does his bad podcast on Saturdays. Usually, yeah, that probably would have been the same time I was streaming. Hey, DeVos, I'm doing well. Yourself? So Heracles AoE is no joke, but keep in mind this is a WIB rally, so only WIB players around the flag are gonna get his AoE. That's why you see all the LIT and all the Sin players around this AF who are not taking AoE damage. If these Sin players were to move up this close, they would all get AoE damage. And that Hera AoE is no joke. Like these players over here, they gotta watch out. They're just out of range. Got it locked in now, 4 minutes left, and congratulations. Siege would have been viable if they weren't weak against every tier troop type. True, Levi. True statement. Oh, Boogs missed me. So, last week we were doing the podcast, our Creators Corner podcast, at the same time that Redline was streaming. So those podcasts kind of overlap with each other. So that's unfortunate. And then this week I saw fighting here. I thought, hey, let's fire up a stream at a different time so we get some different people in here. And hey, it's working. So I'll be sure and I'll send Redline a message. Silva, what's going on? Good to see you. That fort defended, and I did not play the sound. There we go. Better late than never, right? Better late than never. I am in Wisconsin, and for the person that asked, this is a picture of my dog right here. Her name is Macy. She is a now 7-year-old German Shepherd. We got her about a year ago. We rescued her from Animal Rescue Group. They got her from a shelter in Texas. She was on death row. Some jackass, when she stopped producing babies, she must have been in a puppy mill, because when she could not produce babies anymore, some fucking jackass tied her up outside a kill shelter, and she was on death row. So thank God the rescue group that we got her from, works with shelters in Texas, and they were able to bring her to Wisconsin, and we adopted her from there. So she is the most loyal, the most chill dog we have ever had. And as a kid, we had a Dachshund. We had a Siberian Husky when I was growing up. As an adult, I had a yellow lab, a chocolate lab, and Macy, our German Shepherd. She is the most chill dog ever, and she is fiercely loyal to my wife. She is bonded with my wife like nobody's business. She will follow and that's how German Shepherds are, right? They identify with one person in the family, and they generally bond with them. I mean, she loves everyone in the family, don't get me wrong, but she will follow my wife around the house whenever my wife is home. And my wife will take her on walks, and if strangers approach, she will get in between my wife and the stranger until she determines that, okay, this is a good person. The only times I have ever heard her bark are when she felt my wife was in danger. So I got a friend who is very animated, and he talks with his hands. My wife was chilled, reclined on her recliner, and my friend Mike was over, and he was kind of standing above my wife talking with his hands, and the dog must have thought that he was being aggressive towards my wife, and she started barking at him. And I'm sorry, a 90-pound German Shepherd is barking at you? That's going to scare most anyone. Hey, Spirit, thank you for the subscription. Greatly appreciate that. And then she barked another time when my wife was walking in a park, and some strange guy started to approach her. She must have not liked the vibe this guy was giving off. And I'm like, hey, I'm totally fine with the German Shepherd that barks when strange men approach my wife. I'm okay with that. 100%. So yeah, I mean, and the nice thing about adopting an older dog is they're already housebroken. You don't have to go through those puppy housebreaking stages, right? Now, she absolutely hates being crated, so we don't crate her. But when we all leave the house, she's chill. She doesn't destroy anything. I think she does have a little bit of separation anxiety, but most all German Shepherds do, as I understand it. But she doesn't destroy the house or anything crazy like that when we go away. And granted, we don't go away for more than a couple hours, few hours here or there, but she does quite well. She's fantastic. I have not heard about the incident with Marshall and Millions. No. Just Love Gaming. I only stream on YouTube. We got our yellow lab at 6 weeks old. We got our chocolate lab at 2 years old, and they've passed on. They're in the great what do they call it? The playground in the sky. But yeah, a lab puppy is, oh my God. That's a handful. That's a handful. Let me tell you. And when I was in my teens, we had a Siberian Husky. My parents had a Siberian Husky. Absolutely fantastic dog. She liked nothing better than being outside when there was, you know, 1.5 2 feet of snow on the ground. She was in her element, right? But if you did not exercise that dog twice a day, I mean, I remember my mom made a harness for her, like a dog sled harness. And she would literally pull my mom and dad around on their bicycles, on their bicycles to exercise. I mean, that's a lot of freaking power for one dog. Figured, you know, pulling a 160-pound woman and a 180-pound man around. I mean, that's just crazy. Hey, Jay, good to see you. But yeah, the shedding, a Siberian Husky, and even the German Shepherd, dude, it's just crazy. I run a Roomba through the house. The Roomba runs through the upstairs every single day. And I have to empty it every single day. And it's nothing but dog fur. I mean, the dog hardly comes in my office here unless she needs something. And yet, you know, I can run a vacuum in here once a week. And it will be nothing but dog fur. Got a black lab myself. She's 3 years old. Whenever I get lazy to walk her, I just remind myself of the short lives. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And I love labs, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, moving forward, I think the only dogs I will ever own are probably a German Shepherd or a Lab. Unfortunately, this German Shepherd, her name is Macy. She is not good with other dogs. And I understand why, right? If my only interaction with another dog, if I was a dog, and my only interaction with another dog was being mounted and them, you know, putting babies inside of me, if that was my only interaction with another dog, I'd be kind of leery meeting new dogs too. So unfortunately right now, that's the only dog that we can own. I mean, not unfortunately, we love her to death, right? But I would love to have a couple, 2, 3 dogs in the future. And the only dogs I'll ever have moving forward are German Shepherds or Labs. I mean, they are some of the most loyal dogs in the world. Boom, baby. Another fort repaired, another fort burned. Oh, and they're they had troops go back in there. Someone was swarming it down. Very nice. Yeah, my brother had a Rottweiler, and she was awesome. Her name was Harley. So he's a engineer that helped design one of the Harley factories in Wisconsin. So he got his name on the list to get a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson. So he rides that. I mean, he's crazy, right? He fully restored an Oldsmobile 442. He owns a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson that he took the original tank. He took all the stuff that he knew would need to go back on the Harley in order to sell it and get a premium price, like the tank. And he replaced it with an aftermarket tank so he could ride it around and enjoy it and then sell it down the road and have a pristine pristine 100th anniversary tank and 100th anniversary fenders and things like that to put back on the bike. Right? He's a financial. I mean, he thinks 20 years ahead. Yeah, DeVos, we 22.4 billion, 23.5 billion, 19.7, 20.6 billion. Got a few resources. That's what happens when you have 10 farms and you have a KvK that there's no fighting in. We're going to try this Hera again. Oh my goodness, so much on Discord. Hey, Rabbit. Finally a stream at a good time. You think it's OP to run more as Web and Dagger on your rally? Most rallies I want to do as much damage as possible. So I'm running Horn and a Ring. That said, I really only rally with archers. We have other players with better cavalry equipment, better infantry equipment than me, so I don't know what, honestly, I don't know what they use. So I mean, this is my top infantry equipment here, and I know it's not a perfect set, right? But I'm not an infantry main. And I use this for defending as well on Xeno. And this is my best cavalry set right here. So, you know, there are others that have a procced KvK helmet, a procced KvK weapon that I don't have. So generally, I'm not running the cavalry rallies unless they're offline. Good. I'm glad you found something that works out for you, Rabbit. New comms will be like the Christmas gift to you. Yeah, I am waiting for these new archer commanders. I have been saving. I wanted to max Flavius. I wanted to max Tariq before this last KvK, but I held off. I resisted the urge. I'm glad I did, because there was no fighting in our KvK. Our enemy literally wouldn't fight us. So we're insta-maxing the archer commanders. 1 MGE, and I'm maxing Dito. 3 days spinning the wheel, and I'm maxing Zhong. Seth, those are only my top tier marches, though, right? So this is my second infantry march. Nothing to write home about, guys. This is my second cavalry march. Again, nothing to write home about. I mean, we've even got purple on these. But archers is where it's at for me. So this is my main archer march. There's secondary archer march. These are 25%, so we're getting there. And then third archer march. Rabbit, for two reasons. One, I mean, this MGE is technically a cavalry MGE, right? And then MGE after this, let me just bring up my notes here. So the MGE after this will be a infantry MGE, right? So if I get Dito and this MGE, and Cat will probably give me first or second, I would imagine. And then wait and get Dito in another MGE. I'm already missing out this MGE on getting Jan Ziska heads. And then I would be missing out the next MGE in getting Flavius or Tariq heads. You know, so it's a catch-22, right? And if I max Dito right away, we can start testing her right away on level 1 passes. I'm gonna max her eventually anyway, because I'm an archer player. I have every single other archer commander already expertised. You know, but if I just wait 3 MGEs, that's a long time. We want to go into a KvK quickly, and I want to make sure I have her tested before we go into a KvK. And I would be missing out then on Flavius sculptures this next MGE. You know, so, you know, it's kind of, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I mean, I completely understand. The smart play would be to spin for Jung, these 3 wheels, and then the next MGE spin those 3 wheels. But I don't want to do that. I want to have fun. Can skip Flavius, I think. Yeah, it's probably at a point where you can. So, but I'm so close. I'm so close. So Tariq and Flavius are the 2 infantry MGE commanders that I need yet. Tariq is 5233. Flavius. Oh shit! I've got Flavius done, so I'm getting Tariq. Okay, I forgot I had Flavius done. Good morning. So Tariq, we'll get Tariq, which he's kind of a, you know, he'll help open field, he'll help rallies. So infantry MGEs, it's Tariq. Cavalry MGEs, it's Jan Ziska. Leadership MGEs, believe it or not, I'm getting Montezuma heads. And then this MGE with archers, I'm gonna finish Dito. So, you know, that way too, I'll be able to sit out archer MGEs moving forward, and others can get higher ranks, and they can get the commanders they need for archers yet. Yeah, you're correct, Mark. Yeah, I have to. Somebody was saying that earlier, Seth, and I have to take a look at that. Yesterday on stream, I made the Tacits. Where are they? So yesterday on stream, I made these, and we tried to put them on Nibu. and hit some barbs. We tried the archer set with barbs, and then we tried the archer set minus the pants with those pants and hit barbs. And the archer set was still a little bit better, you know. But I can see where getting the KvK weapon, the KvK helmet, and then 2 of the health pieces. I think the gloves are health also, right? From the leadership set, I can see where that might be beneficial. So we'll work towards that. I'm not a fan of the KvK helmet and KvK weapon in most cases because they're so damn expensive. I kind of screwed myself on Hunt for History. I needed only 8 more fragments to have a complete 30 blueprint, to make a blueprint for the boots. But I completely ran out of hammers on floor 30. I mean, completely ran out of hammers. We've done all this. We've got the bundles. You know, we did our 10-10-10. So, you know, I had some rotten luck on the floors before that where I had to almost clear every single tile to get the purple material chest. So had we not had rotten luck on a couple of floors before that, I think we would have had enough to do the boots as well. What are the stats for the infantry city skin? Plus 10 infantry defense, minus 5 cavalry attack, minus 5 archer attack. So that's a decent skin if you're an infantry player. I mean, obviously there are better skins out there. Is it worth spending all the gems, or excuse me, all the coins in the shop to get that? I don't know. Generally, people aren't running 4 infantry marches, 5 infantry marches on the field. I still think that this Twilight Falls skin would probably be a better all-around choice for open fielding. Is it good to move back to KvK 2? I think that's really a decision you need to make for yourself, Rabbit. I think for you it might be a good decision to continue growing and continue working on some of your commanders. You know, for most people, I generally don't advise it because you want those Season of Conquest commanders. And you want to be able to get them maxed as quickly as possible. But now they're introducing the Season of Conquest commanders in KvK 3. So for you, I think it's going to be a good move. I like Boudica Henry myself. Boudica Henry, but if I have to rally something with archers, I'm going to do Gilga Henry. You know, the idea behind archers is the only time you want to rally with archers is when you control the field and you know that you're going to get reinforcements. You know, if you don't control the field, you might as well not rally with archers because they will get swarmed down. Even if you're running Henry Nebu, which is the best anti-swarm archer rally there is. But archers are always going to get, a rally's always going to get swarmed down, so you always control the field. But I like Boudica Henry. I use Boudica Henry in Arc because Boudica's got all the equipment on her. And when we're in KvK, I do Gilga Henry. I mean, Boudica's got that skill tree, whereas Henry does not. So that's primarily why I'm using Boudica Henry, is to fire off those skills quicker. Twilight Falls is not good infantry skill damage. Now that's a good all-around skin. That's a good all-around skin. If you buy this infantry sock skin, you can use it in KvK 2. Hey, I don't know. Levi says, seeing a lot of Gilga rallies more and more. Shouldn't they put Gilga's second skill on Boudica Henry? I mean, Gilga's second skill. I mean, if you're in one of those KvKs where you can assign support skills, That might be nice. That might be nice. 30% health, 20% damage. That would be very nice, right? Mandatory Hera. I have not used or seen it used as a garrison at this time. I only have 3 legendary city skins, to be honest with you guys. I have not picked up Twilight Falls in the KvK shop. That's one that I do want to pick up. But I've got Alhambra Palace, which is 3% training speed, 3% health, infantry defense -10. I generally have this on in the home kingdom because I always forget to switch to it when I train troops. I have Topaki Palace that I picked up in the KvK shop. This is the one I generally use for open fielding when we're in KvK. And it's the 5% AP recovery is very, very nice. And then I have got, what is it? Summer Palace, which is healing speed, 3%, archer attack, 10%, cavalry defense, -10. So if I'm doing an archer rally and I know we have the field and I know I'm going to get reinforcements, I switch to this one because I want as much possible attack as I can get on those archers to take that building down as quick as possible. But the couple of times that I have pushed in Zenith, I have gotten absolutely boned last minute. So that has kind of soured my taste in pushing for Zenith. Yeah, Twilight Falls, I plan to get next KvK. I have got 300 and where are they? Resources? Are they in here? Yeah, 328,000 season coins ready for the next KvK. Age of Devotion sounds like one of the older Zenith skins. So does Saints Halo, though. I mean, how many people are using 4 infantry marches out there, really, Rabbit? How many? Very few. I mean, I hope I meet somebody in a KvK that's running 4 infantry marches because my archers will eat them alive. It depends. It depends. Archer health is always nice to have. I doubt they're going to do a 15% archer health. Didn't they just do like a 15% archer defense? Wasn't the last one? Or maybe it was, I forget what the last one was. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. The thing I won't do, though, is go absolutely all in on a Zenith skin if it is going to handicap my ability to fight in a KvK. You know, if it means I'm going to run out of resources, well, I won't run out of resources, right? But if it means that I am going to run out of speed ups in a KvK and not be able to help my alliance, not be able to help my kingdom, there is no way on the face of the earth that I'm going to push a Zenith skin. I don't care if it's 25% archer health. I would not push a Zenith skin if it's going to be a detriment to our goals in a KvK situation. I use the Horn on Nevsky and the Ring on Nevsky. Mora's Web, I forget, who do I have Mora's on? Is it Guan? Yep, and Mora's and Ring on Guan. Nibu, I've got a dagger and a coin. I'll make him a little more tanky. So my marches, guys, for those of you that are new, we'll go through this quick. So 5 march setup. I'm currently running Boudica Artie, Nibu YSG, and Gilga Tommy. I love Tommy. She will always be in my 5 march lineup. I run 1 infantry, Guan Scipio, and 1 cavalry, Nevsky Joan. When I go to 6 marches, then I will bring in the XY Metmed, or sometimes I'll run XY William. When I go to 7 marches, I will bring in the Sargon CJ or the Trajan Mulan. If I have a need to run 3 infantry marches, my 3rd infantry march is Harold Alex. If I have a need to run 3 cavalry marches, my 3rd cavalry march is a Chandra William. This is a speed march, of course, with all the wind swept on it. This is a super speed march with T1s for capping obelisks. And of course, we have got the mandatory arty for garrison if I need to. There's my Gilga Henry for doing rallies. Here is my Zeno Hera for garrisoning. And I also have Jadwiga YSS that I can use for garrisons as well. You know, obviously some of those garrisons are a little bit interchangeable depending upon the situation, right? Yeah, the dagger was the first legendary accessory I made, and I got lucky. I got very lucky. I mean, Zenith, I generally get what is this, top 50, top 20. So I have 5 30-day skins that I can use if I need to, but you know, I'll only use them if we're in a KvK situation and the situation means I need to use it, right? So, you know, we've got these. Nothing like collecting 30-day skins and the chance that you'll need them, right? So I honestly don't tend to save speed ups. I mean, right now I'm fairly stacked on speed. Well, I mean, not stacked like you would be if you're in an Imperium Kingdom getting gold chest after gold chest, but I mean, for a low seed kingdom, I'm fairly stacked on speed ups. Going into a KvK, this is plenty to get me through a KvK, and then Marauders obviously will add some more. This is just because we didn't have fighting last KvK. Our enemies ran away from us; they wouldn't fight us. So we're sitting okay on speed ups. So it depends on when the next skin comes out and exactly what it is as to how we try. The continent that we're in is, I mean, MF gets first place, hands down, all the time, right? I have never been in 1029 where I've seen MF not get first place in a Zenith. But it's fairly competitive for those infantry skins, for those cavalry skins. It's not quite as competitive for those archer skins. So, you know, if there's an archer skin that comes in Zenith, we'll kind of reevaluate at that time. See how far we are from going into a KvK. See how many speed ups we have, run those through the calculator, and go from there. Yeah, alloys. I wish I had half of those speed ups. Sorry, dude. If I could borrow you some, I certainly would. I mean, generally in this continent, you need probably about 3 to 5 years worth of speed ups, I think, to push for Zenith. Out of speed, yeah. There was a KvK 2 or 3. Oh, boom, baby, right? 2 or 3 KvKs ago where I completely ran out of speed ups. Completely. And I ended up using like 500,000 gems just to heal troops. That was a KvK we lost. Our allies in the Earth camp had a civil war, and we ended up fighting the other 2 camps, 2 versus 1 in Kingsland, and we finally decided, hey, we're just getting drained trying to do this. Sure, we're making progress in whichever front we're pushing in, but it's too difficult to fight 2 kingdoms. Well, in a Heroic Anthem KvK, every camp has 5 kingdoms in it. So we're basically fighting 10 kingdoms versus us and our allies in our own camp, and our allies were not all that good. They would fight for a couple hours and then, okay guys, bedtime, night night. And we'd be sitting here for 2 days straight holding a pass or pushing or doing what we could do. Hey, Brenna's back. I have been playing 1,589 days. Lambeau, we want to see you push Zenith. No, again, guys, I'm not going to push Zenith unless I know it's not going to hinder me in KvK, right? I'm not a selfish player. My kingdom and alliance come first. What up, Jake? But it's been about 3 hours that we've been streaming, guys, and I know there's still action in this KvK. I hate to do this, but I was planning to take my wife out for lunch today. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to end the stream now. I didn't see... Well, I saw Only Farmer streaming. He's streaming an altar fight. So we're going to redirect you over there. If you're not subscribed to Only Farmer, just Lambeau raid when you get there. Drop him a subscription. Maybe Jake will fire up a stream here in a bit. It's been a blast this morning hanging out with y'all. We've had upwards of 60, 70 viewers at times, 116 likes. Y'all have been killing it. I appreciate each and every one of you. The new folks that have subscribed today, that are just seeing me stream for the first time, thank you all. I hope you come back. That said, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, and you are what makes streaming fun. So thank you very much, and we'll get you over to Only Farmer, and tell him Lambeau raid when you get there, and be sure and subscribe to him when you get there. He just started streaming himself, so he's one of the smaller streamers out there, and he's a good guy. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.